Hey guys, so I don't know how your September has been, but Murphy has come and pitched a tent on our lawn this month. So I thought I would give you a rundown because I'm going to do a budget summary, and part of it's Murphy and then part of it I just have to take and own that I overspent this month. I really emotionally reacted to my partial no-spend August in a bad way. I mean, we're all still learning, right? In September, I kind of like freaked out. And part of that was also emotionally reacting to all of the Murphy that happened in September. So owning my responsibility, owning my crap that I pulled this month. But I wanted to let you know how our month is going. How has your September been? You know, tell me, like, am I the only one who's had Murphy days, or is it going around? Alright, so this month for Murphy, first of all, we had to spend $90 replacing our my son's 10th grade English curriculum because I somehow misplaced one of the CDs in the set, and you can't buy just one half of a curriculum CD thing with Switched on Schoolhouse. So I had to spend $90 to get replacement so that he can actually finish his English this year. We have had 3 chiropractic visits for me this month. I'm on my way to the 3rd one this morning. My left side just wants to lock up and I can't move, and I can get relief with my essential oils, but it's kind of like treating a broken bone with ibuprofen. Like, it helps and it feels better and you can manage, but who wants to do that every day? I mean, eventually you got to go get it fixed. So working on that. Of course, if you saw my video on Cameron, we had a little cancer scare with him, and there was money spent on that, over $200 for his blood test for that. Then Reese had a pediatrician visit for his injured leg that he's been dealing with since soccer started, and that was around $200. And then we had yesterday an orthopedist visit because his pediatrician felt he needed to see an orthopedist and figure out what's going on with his knee. So that was $400. Turns out Reese has jumper's knee. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but he's got a sprain in the muscle that connects his patella to his growth plate in the front, and something like, I think, a hamstring sprain in the back. And he will have to wear an immobilization brace for 3 weeks, which is going to cost us an extra $60, but that's not bad compared to some of the prices on adult braces that I've seen. So then my iPhone that I had an iPhone 6, and I've had it for going on 2 years, and I dropped it and cracked the screen. I normally have tempered glass on the screen, and I had taken it off because it had gotten damaged and hadn't replaced it. It had been about a week, and wouldn't you know, of course, that's when I drop it and break it. So I dropped it on the driveway right here behind me in the car where I'm sitting, and it cracked. So I ordered a new one off of Amazon. I felt very good about this because a new screen, not a new iPhone, a new screen. I know how to replace them. I've done it before. It's a pain in the butt. It takes about, depending how fast you are, 30 minutes to 60 minutes to do it. And I thought, you know, the mall charges $100 to do this. I will spend $44, save myself some money, and just use this phone until it dies or whatever. Literally, not even a week later, my teenage daughter borrowed my phone without asking and stuck it in the back pocket of her jeans and dropped it in the toilet. It slid out the back pocket of her jeans. She forgot it was back there and into the toilet. We did the whole bag of rice thing for multiple days. I even took everything apart, popped it open, and so that we could get every last bit of moisture out of there. Nothing doing. It's just not going to work. Price to replace my iPhone for the exact same one I had, which was the iPhone 6, was $400. For $440, I can get the iPhone SE, which is the size of an iPhone 5, but has much better insides, better camera, better processors, and I needed a phone with more memory. My iPhone that I had before, that I've been doing my YouTube channel on, is only 16 gigabytes. And we use Straight Talk, and they don't sell any iPhones higher than that. So what I wound up doing, and what you're watching this video on, is the iPhone SE Special Edition in Rose Gold. Paid $449 for it. It's got 64 gigs on it, a 12 megapixel camera. It can take 4K videos, and it's got all of the updated stuff, so it's more advanced. It's just smaller than my iPhone 6 and will be much more useful. And I did get a warranty on it this time because you guys, my kids and me, we're just like my husband still has his iPhone 5. And he works, but his iPhone sits in his pocket or on a desk most of the time, where mine is bouncing from person to person to person. So mine gets a little bit more wear and tear. So we had all of that this month, and so kind of blew our budget. Plus my emotional spending didn't help. So I'm off to the chiropractor. When I get out, I will go over our monthly budgety stuff. Like I said, not super specific, but you know, round numbers, let you know kind of what happened. And tonight we are having our budget meeting, James and I, and getting ready for October, and going into a 5-week month for us since we pay ourselves on Monday, and what that's going to look like. So I will be back shortly. Hey guys, so I just got back from the chiropractor, and he adjusted me, and we did electric therapy, and he said I could go ahead and keep using my oils. So because they're obviously working, he's fine with all the ingredients, whatever. So what I'm having is right here behind my ear, muscle that goes down to my shoulder, it's freaking out. So we did electric therapy there, and also one closer to my arm that's freaking out, and you know, giving me a lot of pain. So oils in there. All right, so budget things. I'm gonna do a September roundup. As far as September goals, honestly, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video to see what my September goals were. I know I did reach the one about losing 5 pounds. That was awesome. We're at 5.3, and we have been going on more dates. I know that was another one. Have a more realistic budget. I did have a realistic budget, but I blew it this month. I really did. Okay, so our September budget, we overspent, and some of it was not our fault, and some of it was, you know. Oh, sorry, I got trash in the yard. The dog got a bag of trash last night, so I gotta get the kids out after school to clean it up, so excuse that. Let me see if I can get you a better view. Oh, that'll work, I guess. Our Bank of America payment went up. I'm not sure why. We had to set up the automatic payment. You have to, with Bank of America, you have to, sorry, my bangs are driving me nuts. You have to renew once a year your auto draft payment, and so when I renewed it, they weren't sure for whatever reason at the time what exactly it would be, so it came through this month and it went up by $30. I don't know if that's an interest adjustment. We haven't been using the card, so I'm not sure what that is about, but it was up $30. Between sports stuff, clothing purchases, and I'm currently in a theater production of the First Baptist Church of Ivy Gap, and I had to spend some money on costuming. This is a small nonprofit community theater, and so for the most part, actors buy their own costumes, and then if they cannot or choose to keep the items and they cannot they keep them, then they pocket the expense. If you choose to let the theater have it for future use, they will reimburse you. So some of that will be coming back, but that's where it's at. Was we overspent about $300 on clothes, soccer gear, a couple kids needed shoes. It was just, and theater stuff. We spent $74 in gas. Normally gas does not come out of our household budget because these are business vehicles, and so normally $20 a week gets us by. However, we spent $70 the week of the gas crisis here in the South to make sure that we had one fully gassed up vehicle. We didn't do all of our vehicles, we didn't hoard gas, we just filled up one, and we're still running on it this week. I probably have to get gas this week. So we spent more money than we normally do on gas. Groceries, we overspent a little bit on groceries with going on vacation earlier in the month, as well as just little things that we ran into here and there. We were over budget for groceries, about $184. Burnout. That is where my naughtiness goes, is in my burnout fund. We did a little bit more Went to a movie with the kids, dollar theater, but still with 5 kids and eating out, and we kind of stopped at Krispy Kreme. So anyway, we went over in our burnout about $240. I know, like really bad. Not as bad as I used to be, but I have to say, honestly, when it comes to emotional and reining in my personal spending, this month was probably my worst. And I love budget videos where, you know, and I understand, it's not that I'm knocking anybody when they're like, yeah, we overspent in our budget, but it's like little stuff that happened and it was life, and it's like, well, that's not, to me, that's not overspending. What I did this month is overspending. Alright, and then we had doctor visits, which right now are at $403, and when this next check comes through, we'll be at $870 in doctor visits. Well, and then counting today, $900 in doctor visits for everybody all combined this month. It's absolutely crazy. This is the only month where paying for overpriced health insurance probably would have paid off. Normally we don't have maybe 1 doctor visit a month, if that, and that's normally just to get a checkup for a medication refill or something. So this month was just a whammy. So anyway, that is where we had Murphy things happen. We did have some extra windfalls in cash this month, and so we have extra in savings. We set up a secondary envelope in our budget. We just call it secondary savings. It's separate from the emergency fund. We're putting this extra cash. So for replacing my iPhone, obviously I did not have an iPhone syncing account, and so that money for that is going to come out of that secondary savings. We're not touching the emergency fund, and we have about $2,300 in that. And so the phone replacement and this doctor bill that's coming up from Reese, the $470, will come out of that secondary savings as well. I guess you could call it kind of a medical fund, backup emergency, whatever. And then once everything is cleared from this month, what we're looking at is taking the balance of that fund and paying off another credit card or 2. So I'm really excited about that. We should be able to wipe out PayPal and put a chunk towards something else, you know, assuming nothing else happens, you know. So that has been really nice. We've been saving for a couch. We almost bought a couch earlier this month, and we just couldn't feel quite right about it. And this was before all of the Murphy stuff happened. And so now, looking back, I'm really glad we didn't, because we have the cash to cover everything without having to turn to a credit card, without even touching the emergency fund. We're able to take care of this stuff. So, in my next video, it's going to be a collab video, but I will go over September goals and October goals, and that'll be something really short all by itself. But hey, you know, I want to be honest with like what we're going through and things that happen to us where we aren't just successful or don't just always have tips. Sometimes, you know, we fail, we make bad choices, we make emotional choices. And honestly, sitting down and having this budget meeting, knowing that I'm going to be accountable, that's a huge emotional hurdle, because I used to never want to talk about money. And we've been so good that there's that, you know, with our spending, that it's not really been an issue. However, this month, I had to go to James and say, look, we have a budget meeting coming up and you're not going to like, I overspent. And I have to go over and crunch the numbers. But it really is a reality check, and it kind of helps get you focused for the next month. So I know now, for me, that no spend months just don't work. No spend categories might, but I really reacted badly, and I have to own that and take responsibility that, you know, I slipped up, guys. I really did. With you know, having a cancer scare with a child and the different things, there was just a lot of emotional stuff going on this month, and I fell back on my crutch, which was to buy things. So anyway, I'll see you guys Friday with the collab video, and fall wardrobe is complete, so I will be shooting that and getting that up probably next week. Want to give a YouTube shout out to my husband, who is turning 40 this coming Sunday. We are really excited about that. We have budgeted for it, and we're going to have a little birthday party and take him and some of the guys out bowling for pizza, and you know, nothing super fancy, just a good time to hang out and celebrate the big 4-0. So if you have ideas for a 40th birthday or cute cake pictures or something, let me know those. Let me know if September's been a Murphy for you. When are the times that you have given in to emotional spending? I've been so proud of myself for not doing that, and this month I just crashed and burned. So, you know, it's nice to know if there's other people out there that might have done that too. Or maybe it is just me and everybody else is like, you know, super intense and staying gazelle intense, and they just don't slip up. Maybe it's just me this month. I don't know. I'm willing to accept that I just lost my focus. So we shall see. You guys have a great week. I will see you Friday, and thanks for stopping by. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe so you can get new videos every time they come up, and I will talk to you later.